everybody, and welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. Why am I a potato? Okay, chill, Taylor. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hi friends, and welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. I got a lot of love on this look when I did it for the rave at home with Daisy Daydreams, so I decided to do a little tutorial for you guys. This will kind of be more of an advanced intermediate makeup tutorial. However, if you'd like some more beginner ones in the future, definitely let me know. But yeah, if you want to learn how to recreate this kind of reflective-y, colorful eyeshadow look, keep on watching. Okay, so I did my first eye off camera just to kind of map out what I wanted to do, how we wanted to rock with this, and we added some green this time. So now let's do the other eye and let's talk about it. Okay, so I'm using my Conspiracy and my James Charles X Morphe palette, both extremely colorful palettes, and that's the kind of look that we're going for, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna start off by painting our eyelids. So I always start this off whenever I'm doing any kind of like fancy eye look. I always paint my lid with Tarte Shape Tape. It is the best concealer. If you're in Canada, you have to order it. That's the only crappy thing about it, because otherwise it's fucking amazing. So I take a flat end brush. It's a concealer brush, I think from Morphe. It's Morphe M224. And I just dip a little bit of concealer out of the bottle and just use my brush to get it right off the applicant. And then we're going to paint our whole eyelid with this. So go right into the corner, and I even go all the way up to my eyebrow. And yes, it looks super silly. Start with Trisha. Trisha is my favorite color in the Conspiracy palette because it's this super hot pink shiny color that's freaking amazing. So I'm gonna dig into that, and always tap your brush off. You don't need any follow. I know we always get some, but whatever. So tap it off, and I always just pat the color right onto the corner of my eye and then blend it out. This is where I create that kind of butterfly effect, is with the motion of your brush. I just do small circles, and I get a little tiny bit bigger as I go into the corner, so it creates that nice little bubble. Now with a smaller blending brush, it's exactly the same shape as the other one. It's just a little bit smaller. And we're gonna go in with this orange color on the James Charles palette right here. And we're gonna take that just around the outside of the pink. And when you blend this in, you don't wanna be going super crazy like you were with the pink. You wanna have a very light hand because you only wanna go around the outside of the pink. You don't wanna blend it into the pink, if that makes sense. Once you've got this nice little sunsetty look here, we are gonna cut our crease. Now this is the slightly challenging part that I have a hard time with. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm using the same brush as I painted the concealer with, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just dabbing the applicant with my flat end brush. And you kind of want to get a lot, not a lot, but a decent amount. And with that, you're just going to draw a lot. You're going to cover your eyelid basically with concealer again, only up to the crease of your eye. Is nice and cut. You're gonna wait for it to dry. Don't ever apply eyeshadow onto wet concealer. It just doesn't blend well. It all lumps and does not do good for you. So wait for it to dry. Sometimes you can fan it if you've got a fan. If not, drink your Dorito. Okay, so now that your concealer is nice and dry, we are gonna go in with this nice light purple color and this shimmery purple color. So I'm gonna start with the matte one, and I'm just gonna pat some of the matte one on top, and then after that, I'm just gonna blend in the shimmery one and the matte one kind of over and over again together until we achieve this look. Also going to use a flatter end brush as well. Where is it? Oh no. At me losing my fucking brushes every 5 seconds. What's wrong with me? Is it this one? There it is. I'm going to use this nice flat brush. It's really small and flat. And I'm just going to use that to really pat this shimmery purple shade on. Just because sometimes it doesn't like to stick. Okay, now with that same brush that we just used, well, different one, but same style, that we used to do the purple shimmer, we're gonna use to do this blue shimmery shade. And we're gonna pat that just right before the purple. And we're gonna leave a small gap in between our query, like the corner, and where we're doing the blue to initiate that green color. We are gonna paint some more concealer into the crease of our eye, corner of our eye, I should say, just to make sure it really picks up the pigment of the green. Okay, and wait for that to dry again. Sponsored by Doritos. Just kidding, I wish. Now we're gonna go in with this nice green color down in the corner. I wish, the only thing I don't like about the James Charles palette is one, it doesn't have a mirror. What kind of palette doesn't have a mirror in it? And two, the shade names aren't on the palette. They were on like a plastic sheet when you first got the palette, except one, I'm not keeping that, sorry. So I have no idea what the names are. Sorry, James. Still love you though. Okay, so we're gonna go in with that green color and we're gonna pop it in right into the corner of our eye. And I'm using a very skinny kind of pencil brush. so I'm also gonna mix in some my favorite shimmery white color Ranch in the Conspiracy palette, just to kind of lighten up the green a little bit and to make it a little bit shimmier too. So I'm gonna do my face off camera and then we'll be back to pop on some lashes and do the under eyes. Now all that we're caked up and ready to go, we're gonna add some eyeliner. Now that our top half of our eyes are done, we're gonna work on the bottom half. So since I already did my face, because I like doing my concealer under my eyes and everything first, I'm using a palette, I guess, or you could use just like a sheet of paper or anything, and just put it underneath your eye like this, just so you don't get any fallout underneath your eyes. Okay, so we're gonna pop in with the same purple shade we used at the right in the corner there. And I'm using a, I don't really know what you'd call this, I guess. It's like a blunt end brush, and I use it, it's like pointy at the end, and I just use it for, Will's feeding the dogs right now. Can you hear them? They're fucking going crazy. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of, what's the term that I'm looking for? Buff, that's where we go. So we're gonna take that purple color and just buff it slightly in the corner of our eye. Do not take it all the way over, just because we're gonna transition into all these other colors under our eye as well. Desires. You got pierogies or chicken or more hot dogs. Spaghetti. So I'm using JC Luxury Lashes in style Queen Bee. They're already cut to my eye length because I've worn them before. But one of my biggest tips of using falsies is cutting them and making sure they fit your eye properly. If you're a complete newbie and you'd like me to do a video specifically just on how to do falsies and how to put them on, what styles to do, all that kind of good stuff, leave me a comment and I can get to that. False lashes are something I thought I would never, ever want to use until I actually started using them and realized how incredible they are for your look that you're doing. They complete everything, I promise. Got our lashes on. There's really only one more step, is we're gonna blend your lashes with a little bit of mascara. So I just kind of dab this on the very bottom of my lashes. And then lastly, mascara on the bottom. Popped on my favorite Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip. It's shade Leo. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you tried this look, definitely tag me. I want to see what you come up with. Even if it's completely different colors, I don't care. I still want to see it. If you have any other video suggestions, you want to see other looks, you want to know how to put on lashes, you want to know about makeup products, anything, just leave me a comment and I will definitely make those videos for you guys.